Live from the campus of Penn State University, this is PSN News. It's Monday, February 28th. We have all you need to know about the CDC's announcement regarding mask mandates as well as details on the crisis happening in Ukraine.
We also have more on the re-election of state representatives in Centre County, along with entertainment, sports, and weather. Stay tuned. Thanks for joining us tonight. I'm Carlos Garcia.
And I'm Hannah Markovich.
Two Centre County state representatives have announced their re-election campaigns. Representative Scott Conklin, the Democrat from Rush Township, and House Majority Leader Carrie Benninghoff, the Republican from Bellefonte, announced their plans for re-election to the 77th House District and 171st House District, respectively. Conklin has been a representative for parts of Centre County since 2007 and currently serves as the Democratic chair of the House State Government Committee. Also launching his candidacy last week, Benninghoff has held the seat for the 171st District since 1996, calling it, quote, an honor of my lifetime to serve the people of Centre and Mifflin counties, end quote.
State police push back on panel recommendations requiring independent investigations when troopers kill or injure. The Pennsylvania State Law Enforcement Citizen Advisory Commission called for the change in response to a 2016 incident in which state police shot a man in Beaver County. The results were consulted with the local district attorney for whether it was legal. State police said a legislative change would be necessary to allow for external investigations. State Police Commissioner Robert Evanchik said the state police is one of the few agencies in Pennsylvania fully accredited to handle use of force incidents. Governor Tom Wolf originally created the panel after the murder of George Floyd to review incidents involving state-run police agencies.
State college and student drivers should look to hit the roads earlier than normal, as a portion of East Calder Way in downtown will be closed for several days over the next 2 weeks. West Penn Power will be excavating the road between Hetzel and Sauer Streets to replace utilities from 8 a.m. to 3 p.m. on the following days: March 1st, March 8th, March 9th, and March 10th. The one-block section of East Calder Way will be closed to vehicles and pedestrians during the work hours.
Community members gathered in downtown State College to protest against the Russian invasion of Ukraine. Sophia, a first-generation Ukrainian-American Penn State student, organized with her friends to meet in front of the Allen Street gates. About 4 dozen students and community members joined together, holding up signs in English and Ukrainian. They hope to make a small difference, whether convincing legislators to send more aid or locals to consider making donations to Ukrainian-based organizations. The Ukrainian Society will hold a larger rally at 5 p.m. on Thursday, March 3rd, in front of Old Main. Now that spring break is only 1 week away, can we expect some warmer temperatures here in State College? Mike Marandino has this week's weather report after the break.
It looks like those warmer temperatures won't be arriving just yet here in State College. As you can see tonight, partly cloudy skies, winds coming out of the south-southeast at about 5 to 10 miles an hour. We're going to have a low temperature tonight of about 26 degrees, so you're going to want to wear those gloves and bring that jacket with you if you're heading out tonight. Looking at the out-the-door forecast for tomorrow at 9 a.m., going to be around about the freezing mark with mostly cloudy skies. Looking at noon, it's going to be mostly cloudy. Temperatures jumping about 10 degrees, going to be about low 40s with about 42 degrees. And then looking at 5 p.m., you're going to have back to mostly cloudy skies. Going to clear up a little bit at noon, but once 5 p.m. rolls around, it's going to go back to mainly cloudy skies. Temperatures in the upper 40s. As you can see, temperature going to be about 48 degrees. Looking at this weekend, Friday definitely going to be the winner, definitely going to be the best day. Besides Friday, it's going to be cloudy skies on Saturday and Sunday. Friday is only going to be about partly cloudy, so Friday going to be the best day. Rising temperatures as we go through the weekend, so that'd be a good sign. Get some of that cold air away from State College. There is a slight chance for rain on Saturday and Sunday, but I think the brunt and most of the precipitation will be occurring Saturday night into Sunday morning. Now, if you take a look at the 7-day forecast, today it was about mid-30s with partly cloudy skies. Tonight we'll be seeing a low of about 26 degrees. Tuesday, we're going to jump almost 15 degrees in temperature, so a nice little warm-up for tomorrow. But it's going to be mostly cloudy skies throughout the day with a low of 31. Wednesday, about the same, about 1 degree higher maybe, about a high of 51 degrees, but it's going to be sunnier, so definitely Wednesday is going to be the winner this week, so if you're heading out, definitely you don't have to bundle up as much, so that'll be good. High of 51 and a low of 29. Looking at the rest of the week, Thursday, going to jump back down almost 20 degrees. Only going to be about around the freezing mark with a high temperature of 33 degrees. Still sunny though, so that's good. It won't feel as cold since it won't be mostly cloudy. It'll be partly cloudy, so it'll be more of that sunlight. High of 33 and a low of 17, so it's going to be really, really chilly Thursday night. Friday, jumping back up a little bit, going to be about 40 degrees. Again, still sunny skies, so that's good. And lows are about high 20s, 27 degrees. And then looking at this weekend, this is the warm-up I was talking about. Friday, 40 degrees, but Saturday it's going to jump up about 6 degrees, mid-40s, 46 degrees. Again, maybe some afternoon showers, but I think, again, maybe most of that precipitation will be Saturday night heading into Sunday morning. And then look at Sunday, we're at 60 degrees. And there may be some showers around, but it is going to be 60 degrees. So you only have to wear that light jacket. I would say wear that hoodie just in case some rain falls throughout the day. And it's going to be a low temperature of about 46 degrees. So when you're walking around at nighttime, you don't got to bundle up as much. So that'd be nice. That's all from me. Coming up, Brendan Conroy has the latest in sports after the break.
Welcome back to PSN News. I'm Brendan Conroy with your sports update. Penn State women's basketball is having a rough go of things lately after falling to Minnesota in the Bryce Jordan Center this past Sunday. The Lady Lions fell to an 11-17 on the season, struggling within the Big Ten. With a record of 5-13 against Big Ten conference teams, the team currently sits in 11th place in the Big Ten standings. Junior guard McKenna Marisa continues to lead the way as she has collected over 600 points on the season. Marisa averages over 35 minutes per game and will be a key factor in the Lady Lions' offense and scoring as they head to tournament play. The Lady Lions look to turn things around as they head to the Big Ten tournament later in the week between March 2nd and March 6th in Indianapolis, Indiana. Across campus at Rec Hall, Penn State Wrestling finished the regular season with an undefeated record as they end at 17-0 on the season and 8-0 in Big Ten conference matchups. The Nittany Lions are coming off of a 45-0 shutout win over the Rider Broncs, securing their 17th victory in a row. Max Dean and Carter Staroki lead the way for Penn State with 15 wins each. And standout wrestlers Roman Bravo Young and Nick Lee sit closely behind, each with 14 wins on the season. The Nittany Lions are in a very comfortable spot as they head into Big Ten tournament play, taking place on March 5th and March 6th in Lincoln, Nebraska. With the 2022 Winter Olympics having come to a close, they sure brought nothing but excitement to the fans around the world this winter. One country in particular has held a tight grasp for the lead, Norway. Norway finished the games with 16 gold medals, while Germany was close behind with 12 gold medals. Norway collected a total of 37 medals. The United States held their own, finishing with a total of 25 medals, but were only able to come home with 8 gold medals. Some familiar faces made an appearance as for the United States throughout the games. Longtime snowboarding legend Shaun White made his final appearance at the games and left Beijing with no medals. On the women's side, Chloe Kim made her mark on the halfpipe event, both breaking a world record and securing herself a gold medal. After 2 back-to-back Olympics, it will be a long wait until the next Olympic Games in the summer of 2024, set to take place in Paris, France. That's all for sports. After the break, Gabrielle Tyner will bring you the latest news from the entertainment world. Stay tuned.
Welcome back to PSN News. I'm Gabrielle Tyner with your entertainment update. Penn State is kicking off Women's History Month tomorrow with Jessamyn Stanley's Love Your Body Yoga class and book event. Jessamyn is an author, podcaster, yoga teacher, entrepreneur, and advocate whose work focuses on 21st century yoga and intersectional identity. Her yoga class will be held in Gym 1 of the IM building from 4 to 5 p.m. Following the session, Jessamyn will be holding a book signing and Q&A for her book, Women Providing Healing, Promoting Hope. from 6:30 p.m. to 7:30 p.m. in the Freeman Auditorium at the Hub Robeson Center. Pre-registration is required. To sign up for the event, visit PennStateCampusRec.org. In addition to tomorrow's yoga session, the world-famous Harlem Globetrotters will be balling out at the Bryce Jordan Center tomorrow at 7 p.m. The team will be stopping in State College as part of their Spread Game World Tour, which promotes increased fan participation and interaction. Not only will the team be bringing the skill, they will also be bringing their family-friendly basketball shenanigans. Fans will experience access and interaction, including celebrity court passes and meet and greets with players. This will be their first time back at Penn State since before the pandemic, and tickets are still on sale, ranging from prices of $27 to $81.50. Doors will open at 5:30 p.m. In other on-campus news, a new digital wellness campaign is attempting to bring, quote, less media and more social, unquote, by unplugging from their devices. PSN News field reporter Andrea Snoddy has more.
Today, 77% of Americans own a smartphone. While cell phones offer many benefits for college students, the negative effects seem to outweigh the positive. Penn State students have come together for a new initiative to learn alternative ways to spend their free time. I'm standing outside Pollock Commons, where inside, in the Cultural Lounge, an event is taking place known as Less Media Monday, an initiative for students to learn how to limit social media and digital device use. Finding strategies to decrease digital device and social media use are just some of the ways this new initiative is hoping to cater to students. Aaron Roppers is the creator of Less Media Monday and says the activities will be offered every Monday throughout the semester.
So Less Media Monday is part of a digital wellness campaign, which is new this semester. It's part of a campaign where we're calling it Less Media, More Social. So we're looking to get students more connected and actually unplugging and disconnect from devices and be more present with one another.
I'm here for my sorority. We need a programming point to go to one of our events, but I also really liked the topic about it, and I thought that rather than going to something where they were just talking about something random that I wasn't interested in, going to something and actually being able to do something rather than just sitting and listening to people talk to me was really cool.
There's a lot of mental adverse health outcomes among all of society, but specifically in the college population. A lot of anxiety and depression has come out of actually being addicted to things like social media and phone notifications and things like this. So there's actually a lot of research and things out there that kind of drove me to dig a little deeper and come up with some ideas, activities, and strategies to help students.
For more information on Less Media Monday, visit studentaffairs.psu.edu. For PSN News, I'm Andrea Snoddy.
While Penn State will be hosting unique talents throughout the semester, Eurovision will be down a few. Russia has been banned from competing in the 2022 Eurovision Song Competition as the country continues to use military assault against Ukraine, which started early Thursday. The European Broadcasting Union announced the ban on Friday with a statement saying, quote, "The inclusion of a Russian entry in this year's contest would bring the competition into disrepute," end quote. The Eurovision Song Contest is an annual song contest where countries around the world participate, making it the world's largest musical event and a big cultural force in the region. Eurovision had 183 million viewers worldwide last year, with Italy taking home first place. This year's competition will be taking place in the Dutch city of Rotterdam and will commence on Tuesday, May 10th and conclude Saturday, May 14th. That's all for your entertainment update. After the break, interview anchor Rachel Suga will be speaking to Renata Dow, a Penn State student traveling to Scotland this spring break. Stay tuned.
Hi everyone, and welcome back to PSN News. I'm Rachel Suga, and I'm here with my friend Renata Dow. She is originally from Brazil. She came to the United States for college, but she is now in a course for journalism students that are going to Scotland. So first of all, thank you for joining me. And also, I was just wondering, could you just tell me a little bit about your background and kind of why you came to Penn State to begin with?
Yeah, so like I said, I'm from Brazil. I'm from the north region of Brazil, so I'm from the Amazon area. So yeah, that's like the little fun fact because most people here up in state, like from Brazil, are from like Rio, São Paulo, like south of Brazil. I'm like the only one from the north. So I came to Penn State. Like I wanted to go to college abroad, so this is abroad for me. So I was looking schools. I decided like choose a country, pick the United States. So I was looking at schools that had like the programs that I wanted. So like I wanted to do journalism, but I also wanted to do like international relations. I really like writing, so I was looking at schools that also had a creative writing program and stuff like that. So I ended up in state that has everything. So now I'm doing the broadcast journalism and international politics major with a minor in creative writing. So that's kind of how I ended up here.
So you jumped from Brazil to the United States, and now you're also going to Scotland. So what drew you to that class and just visiting all these countries?
So here's the thing. There's like this Brazilian journalism person. Her name is Gloria Maria, and she does like there's like this program called like she has like a program basically where she travels like to multiple countries and she talks about culture, politics, everything about like this country. And she's like super badass. Like she travels like to a bunch of countries. She has more than 15 passports because she outstamped everything. She speaks like 7 languages or something like that. And she's just amazing. And I was like, I was like, you know what? She's gonna retire one day, you know? And who is gonna take her place? Me. So that was like the like what I was thinking, like what I wanted to do, kind of like what she does. So yeah, like this class is international reporting, which is basically what she does. So I was like, it's kind of similar to what I want to do. So yeah, I decided to apply, and I really like the topic of immigration, and I had a chance to talk about immigration in Scotland. So there we go.
That's really amazing. She better watch out. I don't know. But so what is your story about? I know that you're focusing on immigration and things like that, but could you tell us a little bit about that?
Yeah. So my main idea was to talk about like UK policies, like immigration policies, and how it affects immigrants, and just like the same way the UK rules, the UK itself affects immigrants, how the immigrants affect the communities that they move into. So that is kind of like the driving idea. Just talking to people through email, I feel like the story itself might take like a different place based on what people tell me, but this is like the main idea. And so far, like honestly, I feel like the fact that I'm from Brazil is like the reason that I got so many interviews in Scotland already, because I found this one Brazilian woman that she's one of the professors at the University of Edinburgh. And I saw by her last name, I was like, this woman, she's from Brazil. I can tell from the last name. So like I put in every single email, I was not putting that I was from Brazil. In this email, I was like, hi, I'm Reinert. I'm a student at the University of Pennsylvania State University. I'm from Brazil. And she responded to me in Portuguese, and I was like, I knew it. And she's been like, she's been really helpful, because she's like sent me like some like other people that I could reach out to, and they've been really responsive, because I was like, hey, Dr. Loreto like recommended you, like very good asset. So yeah, so far that's how it's going. And like I said, I feel like a lot of like current events also might influence the story, since I'm doing like immigration. I don't know if there are a lot of immigrants from Ukraine now, because it's in Europe, so like kind of close. So like let's see where those take place.
That is a very hot button topic right now for obvious reasons.
Yeah.
Are you trying to talk to anybody from Ukraine, or are you maybe, what are your thoughts on that?
Like, I don't know who to reach out for Ukraine specifically, because like the people that I reached out to, I don't think they know. But like I was hoping to do like a lot of like men on the streets around like the Glasgow area, because I know that it's a very popular like immigration hotspot. So I was hoping to find something there.
Yeah, it's definitely it's going to be a very difficult thing, just at least for Ukraine, due to just kind of all the traumatic events that are happening at the moment. But I believe that you can do it. So I hope it all goes lovely. As a final question, I was just wondering, as a worldly woman yourself, what advice would you give other young women that want to travel the world?
So one thing that I realized, because I travel a little bit around, is literally like no one cares. And what I mean no one cares is that if you come up to someone and you're like, hey, what's up? My name's Renata, let's do this, let's do that. Most people are going to be like, yes, let's do it. You know, there are some people that look at you like, stay away from these people. You can tell by their face that they don't want to talk to you. Don't talk to them. Move on to the next person. But like in general, the rule is like no one really cares that you're talking to them, or that you're like afraid of, I don't know, like if you go to a country that's not your first language, usually they get excited like, oh my God, you're learning the language. So they don't care if you don't know the language. They don't care like if you're being very touristy. They think it's funny. So like just go and talk to people, and you know, connect them on social media, because it also happens that you connect to them in social media and then later you see them doing like cool stuff that you can also join. It happened to me. I met a girl from India and like traveling, and then she was doing like a project like for a hospital, like in like a mental hospital like in India, and she was doing with like pictures and videos and like just like art in general. And I literally sold like pictures from Brazil there in India to contribute to the hospital in India. So that was something. So yeah, you do not get those opportunities if you don't talk to people and then reach out to them later. So just go and talk to people. That's basically it.
That's awesome. I'm really excited that you're finding all these people.
Yeah, it's fun.
Well, I'm glad that all of your opportunities have been seemingly very fulfilling. But that is actually all the time that we have today. Thank you so much for joining me, and tune in next week. Thank you.
Thank you.
The CDC is expected to loosen its guidelines for when and where Americans should wear masks to prevent the spread of coronavirus. The policy, which is expected to be announced Friday afternoon, would allow most people to enter indoor spaces without wearing a mask, according to two federal officials. Under the current guidelines, the agency recommends that anyone living in areas with substantial or high transmissions of the coronavirus, as defined by case counts, should wear masks in public indoor spaces. However, the country is recording an average of about 76,000 new cases per day, a roughly 66% drop from 2 weeks ago.
About 60 people were killed and dozens more wounded at an explosion at an informal gold mining site in southwest Burkina Faso. The cause of the explosion in Pony province was not yet known. Images showed a large blast site of felled trees and destroyed 10 houses. It is not clear what kind of gold mining site went on. Children frequently work at these so-called artisanal mines, and accidents are common. Burkina Faso is home to some major gold mines run by international companies and is one of the world's least developed countries.
The Russian attacks on Ukraine have intensified over the last few days, as the country's capital, Kyiv, has seen numerous explosions and hundreds of casualties on both sides. Ukraine's Foreign Minister of Affairs Dmytro Kuleba tweeted about the attacks, saying, quote, "Last time our capital experienced anything like this was in 1941 when it was attacked by Nazi Germany," end quote. Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky says the country has been ready and remains ready to talk about a ceasefire and peace.
Even though the Russian invasion of Ukraine is happening thousands of miles away, millions of Americans are going to feel the economic consequences. Since the world economy and financial markets are interconnected, the invasion will likely drive up the already high costs of living in the United States. Oil prices are going to continue to rise even faster. With high inflation, the markets are going to become unstable. There will be a continuation of high borrowing costs and even more cyber attacks. The invasion is just the beginning of what Americans are going to face. That concludes our show tonight at PSN News.
Be sure to check us out on Twitter and Facebook at PSN News, on Instagram at Penn State Network News, and to subscribe to our YouTube channel at youtube.com/PSN News.
Have a good night and stay safe, Penn State.